quand nous prenons le droit à l'alimentation, la plupart des personnes en Afrique trouvent que est-ce que c'est encore un droit? Et il faut leur expliquer que ça fait partie des droits humains et des droits économiques, socioculturels. Le droit à l'alimentation, ce n'est pas seulement se remplir le ventre. Il faut que la nourriture soit accessible en quantité et en qualité suffisante. C'est le fondement même du droit à l'alimentation et dans la dignité.
Food sovereignty means producing your own food, being sovereign over your resources. You decide what do you want to plant, how do you want to eat, following your culture, following your beliefs.
There are a wide range of issues that fall under the definition of the right to food. Gender relations, because there is no part of the world where women are more discriminated against than in India. The issue of caste, the issue of land, which is vital, the issue of agriculture in a society where 250,000 farmers have committed suicide since 1996.
The land, for women, land is life. And for them, it's not possible to work in agriculture or to be in the communities as indigenous women or peasant women, even workers, landless workers, without having access to land and resources. So this has been an ongoing struggle.
Smallholders, family farms are key. They need the inputs, they need secure tenure rights.
The right to food of indigenous people is fundamentally linked to the issue of territory, because they feel themselves as part of their territory. They don't own the territory owns them. So the territory is their mother, and therefore they can't feel separated from them. If a journalist is arrested in Egypt, for instance, because he or she is defending freedom of expression, he or she is defending the freedom of expression of our freedom of expression, not his or her only. And I think, if you look at the historical aspects of human rights, every single breakthrough in human rights was part of a broad social mobilization.
El poder llegar es transmitir ese conocimiento de los derechos que hemos adquirido, los derechos que hemos logrado, no solamente en una mesa de diálogo o de discusión, sino que detrás de nosotros han fallecido o han sido muertos muchos hermanos dirigentes, campesinos, indígenas, que para poder llegar acá sabemos que también no ha sido algo fácil, ¿no?
When I was reading on internet, I got the message that my government is going to grab 44 villages, and my village and my land is also one of them. And there was idea to have a tractor march up to 200 kilometers, and all women and men with their own food, their own water, and in such a 44-degree temperature, they traveled to 200 kilometers, and we went to the capital. The government do not want us to enter into the city. Then we had a tough talk with the police officer. If you don't allow us to enter into the capital, we will sit down on the highways and your highways will be blocked, and you can arrest us, whatever you do, but about 700 tractors will be on the road.
The right to food is violated in many parts of the world and in our region, but you can see it magnified. The violations are magnified in the context of occupation, specifically in Palestine. We have a project which is called the Uproot 1 Tree. We replant 10, and we are very happy to announce that during the last 10 years we have planted 2 million trees, replacing some of the uprooted ones. Of course, there is a difference of age, but at least this is our way of resisting this kind of atrocity. So we have to put focus on the right to food in the context of occupation.
The right to food case in India is a landmark litigation, a landmark case, which essentially was filed in 2001 and argued before the Supreme Court that even though the Indian Constitution did not have a right to food very clearly spelled out as a fundamental right, it was very much a part of the right to life. The Supreme Court has since then passed more than 200 orders on the right to food in this case, which have created a wide range of entitlements. It has universalized school meals where close to 150 million children across the country get a midday meal, which did not exist before the court orders. It has universalized maternity entitlements and free feeding for every single pregnant and nursing mother in the country. It has created thousands of homeless shelters for the urban homeless across the country by creating an entitlement for shelters, even though it's a right to food case, by taking an expanded view.
So promoting a participatory and democratic process in designing policies, this is also important in achieving the right to food.
Le travail d'information doit être continu parce que nous, les organisations de la société civile, nous n'allons pas défendre les droits des personnes à leur place. Nous devons les accompagner pour qu'elles s'approprient leurs droits et qu'elles puissent œuvrer à en jouir effectivement.
Just recently, I think 2 years back, we started to create a global network on the right to food and nutrition. And I think this is a big opportunity where activists all across the globe work together to promote the right to food.
Importante es que nosotros llevamos un proceso que gracias a las generaciones anteriores que nos han heredado las luchas y las luchas de generaciones que venimos aprendiendo y nos han enseñado de que hay que continuar, ¿no?, a la defensa de la tierra, en la defensa de la madre tierra, ¿no? Esto no culmina aquí en alguna aprobación de alguna declaración o unas directrices. Esto debe continuar a las próximas generaciones que todavía no han nacido.
Right to food itself and human rights can help to exactly address not only the immediate effects of hunger, but the causes of hunger and malnutrition. As hunger and malnutrition are, in first place, expressions of social exclusion and discrimination. So the human rights approach is the key approach to tackle and to overcome hunger and malnutrition on this planet.